Welcome back to another Explainer. Today, we're diving into a place you've definitely heard of. We're embarking on a chronological investigation into arguably the most famous and absolutely the most debated secret military base on Earth. We're going to trace the timeline and explore the deep-seated mystery of Area 51, looking at what actually happens when intense government secrecy collides head-on with human psychology. To kick things off, I want you to really picture the setting. We're talking about the literal middle of nowhere. A vast, dry, completely empty stretch of the Nevada desert. It's a landscape that is just tailor-made for keeping secrets. Imagine a facility surrounded by complete silence, extreme isolation, and this absolute brick wall of secrecy. I mean, for decades, the official stance of the US government was incredibly simple. This place does not exist. Period. And that intense secrecy naturally leads us to one massive question. What exactly happens inside Area 51? Since no one from the general public is allowed anywhere near it, nobody on the outside actually knows for sure. And human psychology is pretty fascinating here. When we're faced with an absolute void of information, our minds just race to fill in the blanks, right? So today we are going to untangle the timeline of this highly restricted location, separate the enduring myths from the documented reality, and figure out exactly how this whole legend began. All right, let's jump straight into part 1, 1947, the Roswell impact. So the very first seeds of this conspiracy were actually planted before the base was even built. A mysterious object crashed in New Mexico, and the military initially made this incredible claim. They said they had recovered a flying disc. But then, almost immediately, they revised their story saying, oh, actually it was just a weather balloon. That sudden dramatic backtrack, it completely shattered public trust. It opened the floodgates to wild theories about crashed spacecraft and alien bodies, proving that even a single moment of inconsistency can ignite decades of wild speculation.
Because of that abrupt change in the official story, the public really began to theorize. Folks started believing that the wreckage from Roswell, and maybe something much more significant, like extraterrestrial technology or even alien occupants, was secretly swept away by the government to be hidden and studied. And the burning question on everyone's mind was, where on Earth did they take it?
Which brings us to part 2, the 1950s and the Cold War era. Right around this time, the United States government desperately needed a highly remote location to test top-secret military aircraft completely away from prying eyes. And they found the absolute perfect spot, Groom Lake. It's a massive, dry lakebed situated deep in the Nevada desert. Its extreme geographic isolation made it absolutely perfect for hiding advanced aerospace testing. So they built a hidden base right there, a base that would eventually become known to the entire world as Area 51. But here's the thing. Building a secret base is one thing. Actually keeping it a secret is a whole different ballgame. The government's denial strategy was intense. Maps of the area literally did not show the base. Government officials flat out dodged questions about it, and anyone who somehow wandered too close was aggressively warned to turn back immediately. Naturally, this massive wall of denial acted like a pressure cooker for the public's imagination. When you actively hide something with that much intensity, it just breeds wild spreading rumors. Now let's fast forward a bit to part 3, 1989, the whistleblower claims. Decades of simmering rumors and Cold War secrecy violently collided in pop culture, and it was all thanks to a man named Bob Lazar. Lazar claimed that he worked inside a secret facility situated right near Area 51. He went on record stating he witnessed actual alien spacecraft being actively tested by the US government. He boasted that this technology was unlike absolutely anything on Earth, saying these crafts could move in ways that completely defied physics. As you can imagine, this just sent the public's curiosity completely into overdrive. The mythology finally had a face and a voice. But there was one massive problem with these mind-blowing claims. There was zero solid proof. Without hard physical evidence, the public reaction was totally split down the middle. Some folks felt his story validated decades of their own suspicions, while others completely dismissed it as a fabricated myth. But honestly, regardless of what people believed, the cultural obsession surrounding the base grew exponentially. It tapped right into that deep human need to uncover exactly what is being deliberately hidden from us.
Let's move into part 4, 2013 and beyond, the modern-day mystery. After decades of whispers, rumors, and wild conspiracies, the official stance was finally forced to change. In 2013, the US government actually came out and officially acknowledged the existence of the facility. But a pretty stark divide remains today.
While the public myth strongly holds that Area 51 is this bustling hub for alien technology, the official government confirmation stated that it is strictly a testing site for experimental aircraft. So no aliens, no UFOs, at least officially.
When we look back and track this whole enigma chronologically, the evolution is pretty striking. Think about it. In 1947, Roswell sparks the initial extraterrestrial theories. Then, in the 1950s, the Groom Lake base is secretly built right in the middle of the desert. Fast forward to 1989, and Bob Lazar essentially throws gasoline on the fire with his claims of alien tech. And finally, in 2013, the government officially confirms it exists. It really is a perfect storm of secrecy that built the legend we know today. It shows us exactly how a total vacuum of information inevitably gets filled by myth.
So, what is the everyday reality of Area 51 right now? Well, even with that official government acknowledgement, it still remains one of the most heavily restricted places on the entire planet. No visitors are allowed, period. There are intense warning signs posted everywhere. We're talking high-tech surveillance systems tracking absolutely every movement, armed guards patrolling the perimeter, and yes, the authorized use of deadly force. It is an incredibly intense, lockdown perimeter where absolutely no answers are given to anyone. Which really leaves us with the ultimate question. Is Area 51 strictly just a military testing base? Or, as decades of intense secrecy suggest, is it hiding something far, far bigger than we can even imagine? Maybe the truth really is still out there, or maybe it's being hidden right in front of us. But one thing is absolutely certain. The mystery of Area 51 is far from over. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep asking those big questions, and I'll catch you next time.